Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and in this video I am going to talk about another interesting topic, which is model router. So if you have attended the build, I am sure you must have heard about this term model router, which is an offering from Azure AI Foundry. So in this video I am going to introduce you with this one, and here is the quick agenda. So I will be speaking like theoretical thing for next 2 to 3 minutes, and then we will jump on to the demo. So let's first understand what is this Azure Model Router. So Azure Model Router is a smart model system within the Azure OpenAI ecosystem that automatically routes the request for the user prompts to the most appropriate underlying model. Or you can think it as an AI system, a smart AI system that automatically selects the best AI model to respond to a user's request at the runtime. So instead of developers manually choosing the right AI model, the model router does it for them. And it also acts as a meta model because it intelligently chooses from a pool of models like GPT-4.1, GPT-4o, and all the models which are part of this router. And this it does based on the nature of the input and the task which needs to be performed. And that's the reason I'm saying it is a meta model. Next thing here is you can see that this supports the larger context window. So it can handle up to 200k tokens depending on the routed model or what all models are part of this router. The last one is the seamless integration. So it works with the same API endpoints like other OpenAI models, Azure OpenAI models, which makes it very easy to adopt and integrate. Then we have the next question, why do we need it? So we know that these are the two primary reasons, as you can see on my screen. So we know that AI models come in different types. Some are very good at answering questions, some are very good at reasoning, some are very good in solving the math problems, whereas others are very good in general chit-chat kind of thing. And there are some models which are very fast but can't provide us the detailed answers. So these are the various different types of models we have available today. And without a model router, developers would have to manually pick the right model for each particular task, which is time consuming, as well as it could be inefficient depending on the capabilities of the developer who is making this choice. The next thing is how it is beneficial or how it works, the entire thing. So these are the 4 reasons which can tell you how it works. So the very first thing is it automatically, model router automatically selects the best model. So depending on each request, it will make a call that which model has to be selected. Then it also reduces the cost by selecting the cheaper model when high accuracy is not actually needed. Third one, we have the improved response time. So model router picks up the best model or the fastest model based on the user's request. So when speed is the priority, it will go with the fastest model. And the last one is the balancing workloads. So if we are going with model router, then we are not overwhelming just one kind of model for our requests. And here is the last one, which talks about the benefits. So for developers, Azure AI Model Router simplifies AI integration by these 3 tricks. So the first one is by eliminating the manual model selections. So no need to constantly switch between the models. You just finalize, or you just have the list of models which you can use within that router, and system will automatically switch this part for you. The second one is the optimizes the performance because it chooses the best model and makes the balance between speed, accuracy, as well as the cost. The third one, we have the flexibility. So developer need not to focus on the model selection, rather they can focus on building the applications instead of managing the AI models. So I think this much theoretical knowledge is enough to convince you that why we should go for Azure Model Router. So let me quickly jump onto my Azure portal and I will show you how we can execute this or utilize this. So this is my Azure portal. I have already logged in here. The very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a fresh resource group here. And let's name it as, so just go through the documentation because right now this feature is not available in all the regions. but I'm sure that it is in East US too. So I'm directly creating my resource group in that. So it is created. Let's go back. And then next thing I need is to create an instance of Azure AI Foundry. So go here, create a resource, and here I'm going to choose the same resource group which we just created. Azure AI Foundry. I will just name it as Foundry East US 2. Let's select the correct region here, and then you can just give some default name for this project. Click on next, and it will go ahead and create an instance of Azure AI Foundry for us. So click on create. Now this step could take close to a minute, so I will pause my video and will come back. So you can see here deployment succeeded. Let's go to the resource and we'll open up the Azure AI Foundry from here. Go to Azure AI Foundry portal. And here you can see this is the first project. So I will quickly go to models. So on the left hand side you can see models plus endpoints. So click on that, and here we need to deploy the base model. So here you will find the list of all the models. I'm going to search for Model Router. So okay, so this is the one which I'm going to use. Click on this one, and here you can see the description for this one. And if you're choosing this model router, you will be getting all these 4 models. So whatever the requests user is sending, a model router will choose one of these models depending on the complexity, depending on the accuracy, speed. All these things will be considered, and it will choose one model among these 4. So click on confirm. And if you want, you can tweak these parameters over here. I will just go with the default. I will go with the default ones. Click on deploy. It's not going to take much time. Cool. So here you can see it is deployed. And now you can click on open in playground. And here, if you want, you can provide the instruction if you want to test something very specific. But what I want to show you here is you can try different kind of questions to see which model it is invoking. And on the left hand side, you can see that it also allows you to add your own data source, which is again a very great feature. So let me quickly ask it, hi, how are you? And on the top you can see that it chooses this one, GPT-4.1 Nano, and to answer this particular question, which is, I believe, very simple. Okay, so let me ask one question, which is a math problem. So I will quickly copy it over here, and we'll see which model it uses. So Sarah invited 3 friends for a play date. Tia arrived before Maria, and Ben arrived after Tia. So who arrived first for the play date? And I want to see which model. So again, we can see that it is using the same model, which is GPT-4.1, and Tia, of course, is the correct answer. Next thing is, let me provide some difficult problem here. So I do have this one open somewhere. Okay, so here I have few set math questions which are like considered as the hardest ones. So we can pick any one question among these, and let me pick this shortest one. Okay, let's try this one. Okay, let's try this one. So I'm going to paste that description here and see what it is doing. So this time you can see that it didn't use the same GPT-4.1 Nano, rather it switched to GPT-4.1 because it realizes that okay, this is little bit tricky or the complex problem to solve, so maybe Nano is not the correct fit, and it automatically switched to this new model. So that's the overall thing which I want to show you. So if you are going for a model router, just check it out what all model it supports, and if it fulfills your need, then go for this model router, because based on your query or the request from the user, it will automatically select the most optimized model. So that's all I have for today. And before going out, I would like to quickly show you one more thing. So if you want to utilize the same in your code, then here is the source code. You can just copy paste it and make it run for your own requirements. So it's pretty straightforward, so I need not to do it. And even you can authenticate it using API key, and there is, so here you can select what kind of authentication you want. So if you want Enter ID, you can see this is the code. If you want key authentication, then you can just go for this code. You can also open it in Visual Studio Code directly, but yeah, I'm not going to do that because it's just a matter of copy pasting the same thing. So I hope you enjoyed this new feature, and do let me know what are the use cases you are planning to go for with this model router. Thanks for watching.